All right, so our next word problem, find the measures of the angles of an isosceles triangle if the measure of the vertex angle is 40 degrees more than the sum of the base angles. All right, let's define some variables. Well, actually, let's draw a picture first. Remember what an isosceles triangle is, it has two congruent sides. So let's go ahead and say that x is a base angle. Well, there's going to be an x there and there's going to be an x there. Y will be the vertex angle. So y is going to be up there. All right, so first we are talking about the angle measures. So what do you know about the angle measures of a triangle? What do they all add up to? Well, they all add up to 180 degrees. So I can say that x plus y equals 180 degrees. You can combine those x's. I'm going to write the simplified one, 2x plus y equals 180. All right, now the other one says is that the vertex angle is 40 more than the sum of the base angles. So the vertex angle is y, is 40 more than, so 40 plus, the sum of the base angles. Well, what is x plus x? That just gives you 2x. All right, so I'm going to bring this down. Y equals 40 plus 2x. So there's our system. We're going to go ahead and solve the system of equations. You can do substitution or elimination. Anytime that you have an x equals or a y equals, let's go ahead and use substitution. Because we already know that 40 is equal, or y is equal to 40 plus 2x. So we take that and we can substitute it right in for the y. So that gives us 2x plus, and then we're plugging in the y, which is 40 plus 2x equals 180. Combine your like terms. 2x plus 2x is 4x, plus 40 equals 180. Solve for x. 4x equals 140. Divide both sides by 4. We get x equals 35. So, remember, anytime that you use substitution, you can take your answer and just plug it right into the box. So we know that our base angles are 35 degrees. Our vertex angle is going to be 40 plus 2 times those base angles. So 40 plus 70, which is 110. So the question was, find the measures of the angles. So the base angles are 35 degrees and the vertex angle is 110 degrees. That one's done. All right, next example, two isosceles triangles have the same base length. So now we're going to be drawing out two triangles. The legs of one of the triangles are 3 times as long as the legs as the other. Find the lengths of the sides of the triangles if their perimeters are 13 inches and 29 inches. All right, so let's kind of draw this out so we can see what we're looking at. So here's one triangle, and now we're talking not the angle measures, but this time's the sides. Remember, those are congruent sides, and then the base is y. Now it says on the other triangle, the base is the same, so that's a y. But it did say, and the picture's not going to be accurate, but it did say that the legs were 3 times as long as the legs of the other. So if this leg is x, this one is going to be 3 times x, or 3x. Okay, so now let's define our variable. So x equals the legs of the triangle. Y is the base of the triangle. And now we can write our equations. Now we were given perimeter values. So perimeter is 13 inches, perimeter is 29 inches. So we're basically going to write a perimeter equation for each triangle. So for the first triangle, if you add up x plus y, here I'll kind of write it up here, x plus y is going to equal that 13, the one with a smaller perimeter. Well, let's clean that up a little bit. X plus x is 2x plus y equals 13. Now the second one, we can add these up, 3x plus 3x plus your base of y equals 29. Well, you can combine your 3x's and get 6x plus y equals 29. Okay, so let's solve with substitution or elimination. Looks pretty nicely set up for elimination. We can eliminate those y's. Oops, oh, there it is. Whew. We can eliminate the y's if we multiply one of the equations by a -1. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply the top one by a -1. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Also, if this was, your homework and you wanted to do substitution, you'd get the same answer with substitution. So we have -2x minus y equals -13. I just multiplied that -1 throughout. Carried on the second equation, 6x plus y equals 29. And now we can add our equations together. -2x plus 6x is 4x. -y plus y cancels. That's what we wanted to happen. And -13 plus 29 is 16. Solve for x by dividing by 4. So x equals 4. Now with elimination, you take that x equals 4 and just plug it back up into whatever equation up here seems easiest. I'm going to pick that top equation. And the x equals 4 is going to go in for the x. So I'm going to do 2 times 4 plus y equals 13. So 8 plus y equals 13. Subtract 8. And y is 5. All right, so now don't forget we do have to answer the question. So let's look at what they were actually asking again. Find the lengths of the sides of the triangles. Well, we have 2 triangles, right? So I'll do this over here. The small triangle has lengths of x, x, and y. Well, x we figured out is 4. So 4, 4, and I already forgot what y was. Y is a 5. So 4, 4, and 5. And then the large triangle had lengths of 3 times x. So 3 times 4 is 20, 20, and then the base was the same, 20, 20, and 5. So there you go.